The world of modern romance, particularly within the confines of reality television experiments like Love is Blind, often unfolds like a meticulously scripted drama, where emotions are amplified under the glare of cameras and the weight of public expectation. For Patrick Suzuki, a 31-year-old construction manager from Denver, his participation in Season 9 of the Netflix phenomenon became a profound exploration of vulnerability, self-doubt, and ultimately, personal growth. What began as a seemingly fairy tale connection in the iconic pods, those soundproof chambers designed to foster deep emotional bonds without the distraction of physical appearance, quickly unraveled upon the couple's first face-to-face meeting. Engaged to Kacie McIntosh, a 34-year-old hair and makeup artist, after weeks of heartfelt conversations that delved into dreams, fears, and life philosophies, Patrick found himself thrust into a whirlwind of confusion and heartbreak when their real-world chemistry failed to ignite. From the outset, their pod interactions painted a picture of compatibility that many viewers envied. Patrick, with his thoughtful demeanor and introspective nature, opened up about the challenges of dating as an Asian man in a predominantly white community, sharing stories of past rejections that had chipped away at his confidence. Kacie, vibrant and articulate, responded with empathy, recounting her own journeys through relationships marred by superficial judgments. Their dialogues flowed effortlessly, touching on everything from career ambitions, Patrick's passion for building sustainable structures mirroring Kacie's creative flair in transforming appearances, to family dynamics and the kind of partnership they envisioned for the future. It was this intellectual and emotional synergy that led to Patrick's proposal, a moment captured in the show's early episodes as one of pure elation, where promises of forever were exchanged sight unseen. Viewers watched, hearts aflutter, as the couple stepped out of the pods hand in hand, ready to navigate the messy transition from voices to faces. Yet almost immediately the magic dissipated. The reveal party, meant to be a celebration of unmasked love, instead became the stage for an awkward disconnect. Kacie's confessional in episode 6 laid bare the rift. Despite acknowledging Patrick's inherent appeal, he's not a bad-looking guy in any sense. She confessed a lack of the obsessive physical attraction she believed he deserved. He deserves somebody that is so obsessed with him, she lamented, her voice tinged with regret. I just, unfortunately, don't think my attraction to him is gonna grow that much, and it sucks. This admission struck like a thunderbolt, not just for Patrick but for audiences invested in the experiment's premise that love could indeed be blind to superficial traits. The breakup that followed was swift and public, leaving Patrick reeling in a haze of self-interrogation. In the raw aftermath, broadcast for all to dissect, he grappled aloud with a barrage of painful questions. Was it his appearance? His personality? Or something more insidious, like preconceived notions or hidden agendas? In the months that followed, Patrick's emotional landscape was a turbulent sea of reflection and recovery. Speaking candidly in interviews, he revealed the depth of his initial devastation. I had a range of thoughts, he shared, his voice steady now but laced with the echo of old wounds. Is it because I'm ugly? Is it because I'm not cool? Is it because I'm too much? Is it because she already had a boyfriend? Is it because she wanted to be famous? These queries weren't mere hypotheticals. They were the unfiltered echoes of insecurities that had long simmered beneath his composed exterior. Growing up in a community where racial dynamics subtly shaped romantic opportunities, Patrick had internalized doubts about his desirability, fears that the show's format both challenged and, ironically, exacerbated. The pod engagement had felt like a radical act of faith, a leap that promised validation beyond stereotypes. Its collapse then wasn't just a romantic failure but a stark confrontation with those buried vulnerabilities. Healing, for Patrick, was no linear path but a mosaic of intentional steps toward reclamation. He immersed himself in travel, seeking solace in unfamiliar horizons that mirrored the vastness of his inner world. From the bustling streets of Tokyo, where ancestral roots offered a quiet anchor, to the serene beaches of Bali, where waves whispered affirmations of impermanence, these journeys became rituals of reset. Therapy emerged as his steadfast companion, sessions unpacking the layers of self-doubt with the precision of a skilled architect. Fitting, given his profession. It took me many months of travel, many months of therapy and stuff like that, he admitted, emphasizing the grind of emotional labor. Closure arrived swiftly, a pragmatic acceptance that the mismatch was mutual rather than a personal indictment. But the deeper work of mending fractured self-worth? That was the marathon, fraught with setbacks and small victories alike. Watching the episodes air provided an unexpected balm, a meta-layer of processing where Patrick's own story became a narrative he could observe from afar. The closure I figured out pretty quickly. The healing part was the hard part. And then after watching it, I guess it did help a little bit, he reflected. Seeing Kacie's vulnerability articulated on screen humanized the end, transforming her from a symbol of rejection to a fellow participant in the experiment's unpredictability. It also illuminated his growth. The man who once second-guessed his every trait now stood taller, armed with insights forged in the fire of exposure. Gratitude, surprisingly, became the dominant note in his retrospective. Far from harboring bitterness, Patrick credited the experience with cleaning up a lot of insecurities. The reveal itself, that pivotal unmasking, had been a catalyst, shattering the mental barriers he'd built over years of navigating biased dating pools. I wouldn't have done that without Kacie. Going through the reveal really helped me break free from everything that I've been dealing with for many, many years, he told interviewers, his tone one of quiet triumph. This liberation extended beyond romance into Patrick's broader life tapestry. As a construction manager, he channeled newfound confidence into his work, advocating for diverse teams in an industry often sidelined by homogeneity. Projects that once felt daunting now brimmed with possibility, each blueprint a metaphor for rebuilding from the ground up. Personally, he reconnected with friends and family, hosting gatherings where stories of the show morphed from sore subjects to cautionary tales laced with humor. His dating life, too, evolved, not with the urgency of proving a point, but with the ease of someone who had stared down his shadows. Casual coffee dates in Denver's vibrant cafes became opportunities for authentic connection, free from the performative pressure of pod perfection.